So good morning, and thank you for coming. I'm Jennifer Acey. I'm the mayor of Bernards Township, and we are so pleased to work with the BRBA, the Basking Ridge Business Alliance, to bring together this certification workshop. How we got here, actually, is because of the wonderful Somerset County EDA, which we have two representatives in the back, Jessica and Ben. So thanks to their support this year that I've been working with them, and they gave us a heads up that there's this resource that exists. And so next thing you know, we're speaking with Don and his team to come to us. So this is something that isn't often done, so we feel very special for them to travel from throughout the state to come and spend with our businesses. So what we are going to do is we are going to have Dawn speak about the benefits of seeking state certification for women's-owned businesses, veterans-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses, et cetera. And then after that, then we will transition into the workshop portion where, thanks to Christy and her staff, she reached out to the businesses that RSVP'd and encouraged you to bring documents and things. So hopefully you have all of the information with you with your laptops. You'll work with the wonderful state folks, and they will help you to achieve your state certification as for coming today. So with that, may I turn it over to Dawn. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you all for being here. So I'm with the New Jersey Business Action Center. So let me explain to you what that is and who we are, and then I'll talk a little bit about the certifications that we're here to talk to you, that we're here to help you with. So the Business Action Center, we're business advocates with the state. We're part of the Secretary of State's office, so my boss is Lieutenant Governor Taisha Way, who also serves as Secretary of State, and our Executive Director, Melanie Willoughby. I am the manager of the Office of Small Business Advocacy. So I'm just going to very, very quickly talk to you about the other offices. So we have a business advocacy team. They work on helping you find real estate and developing a piece of real estate, getting through the regulatory processes from the DEP and the DOT, and so that's kind of their niche. We also have an export team that helps businesses that want to become exporters. If you're new to, especially small businesses and new to exports. So we have a grant program to help businesses go to trade shows. We brought a bunch of food manufacturers to Fancy Food Show this year and last year. So if you're even a small business that takes orders over online, who gets one from somebody in Canada, is now an exporter. And only 2% of the world's consumers live in the United States. So export is a great way to expand your business. We have that team. We also have a couple of teams that don't work with businesses, but work with your community to help your business community as a whole, and that is our business enhancement group that works with special districts, so special improvement districts, business bids, downtown alliances, any kind of UEZs, any kind of special district. They work with that leadership to help them enhance the business community as a whole. If they run into a business that needs help, they send them to me. And then we also have a new group that's about to launch, and that is our Cannabis Training Academy. We have spent the last 2 years putting together a significant cannabis training program, all online, free to any New Jersey resident over the age of 21 who wants to get into the cannabis industry. So that's going to be launching this month, so that's something that we can talk about offline if you're interested in getting into that industry. But today we're really and I want to talk about my own unit, small business. So what we do is we help with unique needs of small businesses. So that could be getting mentoring and counseling services, technical assistance. I'm going to talk a little bit about technical assistance in a second. We also can help you find financial resources, navigate state government, get your certifications like we're doing today, get your licensing if you're in a licensed profession. Whatever your needs are as a small business, you can reach out to us and we can help you navigate that process. The two ways to reach us is through a website called business.nj.gov, and I do have a little flyer there with a QR code to that site. That's the business site for the state, and there's a live chat feature on that site where you click on it, and you can, during business hours, you can communicate with a state business representative to answer your questions. Those state business representatives work for me. We run that site. But through that site, we can also connect you to somebody from the Division of Taxation, the Department of Labor, the Economic Development Authority, and if you're interested in learning about what all of them do, just come and see me later. I won't waste your time during the speech. We also, you can also call us at 1-800-JERSEY-7, which is our call center, the old-fashioned way to contact us. So either way is a way to reach out to the Business Action Center. You can reach out to us. There is no wrong door. So if you call me as a small business advocate and you have a question about exporting, you haven't called the wrong place. I'm going to connect you to our export team that have the expertise to answer your question. And that's what we do. Before you leave, we recently published a business manual, which is about a 30-page basically a condensed version of the business.nj.gov site. And I've left a QR, I only brought one manual with me, but there's a QR code there you can scan to either download an electronic copy of this, or you can order a copy through the website, and we'll send you a printed copy. This is for especially small businesses, this is a great little resource for you. All right, but we're here today to talk about the certifications. I'm not going to go through all the certifications in depth. I'm going to let Anna do that. But we do offer SBE, MBE, WBE, VOB, DVOB, what am I forgetting? LGBTQ, and the newest one, which is the socially and economically disadvantaged businesses. There are several advantages for having these things, having these certifications. One of the big ones, all these certifications were originally created for government procurement, getting contracts with the government. So an SBE, a small business enterprise, there is a 25% set aside for state contracting dollars. So the purchase order dollars, the purchase order, 25% of all the purchase order money that the state spends goes to small business enterprises, right? So that's a big advantage for you to get state contracts. Now, the most common way you're going to get a state contract, if you're interested, is going to be as a subcontractor. You're not going to get if you're a small business, you're not going to get a contract to build a new building. But you may be able to get a contract to be the carpet installer in that building, or to provide the construction trailer, to lease the construction trailer to the company that is building that building. And those contractors have the same set-aside provision in their contracts, a 25% set-aside for subcontractors. So that's where you can get some advantages of getting these certifications. By the way, the SBE, for those of you that can qualify for an SBE, you could walk out here today with that certifications. All the other certifications are going to have to be reviewed by an auditor. So you're going to walk out of here with confirmation, hopefully, that you've submitted your application, but they still have to be reviewed. So you're not going to get those certifications today, but you can walk out of here with the SBE certification. The other set-aside we have is for service-disabled veteran-owned businesses. There's a 3% set-aside. Now, there are not set-asides for women and minority-owned businesses. Because the state is under a court order injunction, we can't do set-asides based on gender or race. But there's still value to these certifications. One, there are some counties that have set-asides, so you may be able to get work with a county organization. There's also supplier diversity teams from private sector companies, that supplier diversity offices, that they don't use the word set-aside because they don't want to get sued like the state did, but they have a mission of making sure that their supply chain is as diverse as possible. So there's opportunities to go after those contracts with the private sector groups to do that. So if you want to be the janitorial service, the cleaning service for the local bank, call the bank and see if there's an opportunity for you as a small business to provide that service to them. There's also There's also some other benefits. I mentioned cannabis before. Diversely owned businesses can get that have sort of a fast track to get cannabis licenses. So there's some advantages there. There are some lending institutions that look towards people that hold these certifications. Sometimes they're just self-declared, but sometimes they want to see the certifications that might be able to help you. So there are some opportunities outside of the government contracting for holding these certifications. I used to tell people, it's $100 to get the certification. You want to make sure that, although that's not expensive, overall, you want to make sure that it's worth the investment. The fees have been waived. So now the only investment is the few minutes you're going to spend on the computer today making applying for your certification. So nowadays, get it. Because the other reason why it's valuable is because some people like to do business with those that hold these certifications. As a good, good citizen, you may want to do business with somebody who's a certified small business, or you may want to do business with somebody who's a certified women or minority-owned business, or LGBTQ business, or veteran-owned business. I get a lot of people asking about veteran-owned businesses. People really want to do business with them. So get the certifications that you qualify for, because they can help you just in your marketing, even if, and again, no cost to you. So even if you don't have a real, like a set-aside or anything associated with it, it can help you with marketing. Now, my last message is this. I've already told you that the SBE can get you helps you get state contracts. And county contracts and other contracts. However, I want to make sure you all understand that the contracts do not come to your door just because you're an SBE. Here's the way the analogy I like to use. These certifications are, I used to say they're a tool in your toolbox. I hate that analogy because it's so overused. So here's the one I like to use now. It's the key to the gym. It's the membership card to the gym. It gets you in the gym. But where is the hard work done when you're going to a gym? Is it getting in the door, or is it what happens after you're in? And the hard work that you have to do to go after these contracts. The hard work that you have to do to market your company. That's where the work comes in. This part is going to be the easiest part, but it gets you through that door to get you into some of these contracting opportunities as a certified women, minority-owned business, small business, LGBT, veteran, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what this is all about, is getting you into that gym where you have the hard work to do. Now, I mentioned up front that I was going to talk to you a little bit more about technical assistance and mentoring. If you want to learn how to get these contracts, there are two great resources for you. One is the New Jersey Small Business Development Centers. They can help you learn about government procurement and how to go after these contracts. And take my business card over here. I'll make those connections to you, to that organization. We help finance them. They also get money from the SBA, so they're not going to charge you anything. This is a free. I always yell at people when they use that word, free. It's not a free service. It's a service that you've already paid for, because it's a service that comes out of your taxes. So you've already paid for it, you might as well take advantage of it, because your competitors certainly will. And the other organization that can help you is called Apex Accelerator. The one in this area would be out of New Jersey Institute, that covers this area, is New Jersey Institute of Technology. They cover 20 of the 21 counties. The only one that they don't cover is Union. But that is a program financed by the U.S. Department of Defense. They used to be called the Procurement Technical Assistance Center, which I think is a more informative title because it's procurement technical assistance. Now they're called Apex Accelerator because some marketing person decided to rename them. But because they are with the Department of Defense, so they do skew a little bit towards federal contracting, which I haven't really discussed here today. But they also help you with contracting at every other level. So if you're serious about going after government contracts, and if that's why you're looking for these certifications, talk to me. Let's make connections to you, to the Apex Accelerator, to the Small Business Development Center. Let's get you on to the NJ Start system and the other procurement processes that you need to go through. This is step one. This is going to get you through that gym door. Now you have to do the work to go after these contracts, and it's going to take you about a year to get the average is about a year to get your first contract. So we have a lot more discussions to have, and you can take my business card, and I'm happy to have those discussions with you so that you learn about this process. So that's where we're going today. Again, I didn't get into the details of each of the certifications. I'm going to leave that to Anna. Anna is an old friend who actually years ago, when we were all part of the Commerce Commission, I was actually her supervisor for a short period of time. But we've went in different directions in state government. So she's now with the Treasury Department, and she's a certification auditor. So she does the certification. So Anna Villigren, I have a niece with Anna, with the name, same spelling, so I end up calling her Anna instead of Anna. But Anna Villigren is from the Treasury Department. She's going to have to speak to you. And we also have here Della Smith, who is also from the Treasury Department, who can help with those some of your registration questions that you may have. So they're going to be the the go-to people for your questions as you go through this. But this is a self-service thing. You're going to be logging in and filling out the paperwork and moving along, but they'll help you with that. But anyway, I want to bring up Anna to talk a little bit about some of the certifications that you're going to be applying for today.
Good morning. My name is Anna Villagran, and I'm a certification auditor at the Department of Treasury. The Department of Treasury is the one in charge of the certification unit, the unit that takes care of all the programs that Don was talking about. And I'm just going to give you a brief because I believe you already received some type of requirements or about each program. So I'm just going to give you a brief, and then at the end, I'm going to be helping out there. And if you have any specific question, I'll be more than happy to help you. The first program is the Small Business Enterprise, which is called the SBE. For that one, you have to be based in New Jersey. You have to have less than 100 employees, and your gross revenue must be is actually related to your NAICS code, the North American Industrial Classification Code, and that code has a limit, and that's what it goes by with the industry of your company. Once you have to be for profit also. And actually, before moving forward, before you do any of these certifications, you have to be properly registered, okay? You must have the business registration certificate, your formation document, before you come to the system and apply for this, okay? And for that, we have Della here if you have any questions about it. So the small business, once you are approved, you will receive a certificate for 5 years, okay? The 5 years you have to maintain with an annual verification, and you have to do, that's very important that you file your annual verification, because if you don't, then the certificate that you will have will not be valid. It's an annual verification. The other one about SBEs is you have to be for profit, yes. So now I'm gonna move to the minority and women-owned business, okay? For that one, you have to be 51% owned, managed, and controlled by a woman or a minority. And also, that one must be for profit. For that certificate, the first time you apply, you will get a 1-year certification, okay? Before that certificate expires, you have to apply again for the renewal. Once you apply, you will get a 5-year certification, but you have to apply before expire, because if not, you will become again a new applicant. And once you get this 5-year certificate, you also have to do the annual verification as well. Then the other one is the veteran-owned business. That one, the business and the owner must reside in New Jersey, must be New Jersey resident, okay? And that one you also have a requirement to do. Once you are approved, you will get a certificate for 5 years, okay? The difference is that the small business, you will get a certificate right away once it's approved, but the minority, women-owned business, disabled, veteran-owned business, all of them have to be reviewed by the auditor, okay? And then also, but like Dan said, we're here today so we can help you go through that process. And we also have the new program, the socially economical disadvantage. That's the SEDB, and that's actually the new one, and we're receiving applications about those also, and you can also learn about that. It's a new program already active, okay? I believe that's all I can say about the programs. I will be there helping you if you need any help, and you can also take my business card at the end in case you need anything else after. Thank you.
So if you could just give them the website that they can go to
Oh,
get
sure.
started?
The website is www.njportal.com/DOR, D as in doctor, OR, /SBE, S is small, BE, small business enterprise, SBE registry. So it's that www.njportal.com/DOR/SBE registry.
This is on a flyer that I have over at their desk, so you can
Yeah,
grab
we
a
have them
copy
here.
of that if you need it. So, just start the application. It's really pretty self-explanatory as you go through the application. And then when you complete the application, you can, or if you have any questions while you're doing this application, they'll be here to answer those questions. And you also have unfortunately, you don't have the ability to print out your SBE today, but you'll have it, and you'll be able to print it out later. And I brought you a little folder that you can stick it in, so you have a nice little folder to stick it in. Put the Business Action Center information on it. But that's really where it is. So this is really a self-service type of thing. You just fill this out yourself, but we are here to help you answer any questions and come get through any issues that you may have. I assume everyone's connected to the Wi-Fi. You'll need to set up an account with a username and password. That's all pretty straightforward stuff, though. But we're happy to help you with it.
Okay?
I'm sorry. Did you want to speak? No. Oh, okay. Have it. Yeah, you can.
So this should conclude the recording portion. That way we can use this video to share with others. Again, tremendous gratitude to our state colleagues for traveling and come to spend the morning with us to lead this entire effort. Again, a huge thank you to our colleagues at Somerset County for this idea. And thank you to each and every one of you for coming in and giving this a shot. So we look forward to seeing how we progress and perhaps share the word with our other businesses here in Bernards Township. So thank you all.